Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about printable window cling. Now, I've been asked several times over the years. I have a window cling video that it was just vinyl and you cut it several years ago. I've been asked several times on that video about a printable version. However, a lot of the printable versions on the market, I was skeptical to test because if you print on window cling, for example, with like an inkjet printer or a sublimation printer, those inks fade with UV light. So if you were to print on window cling and put it in your window, which would probably see some sun, it is going to fade very quickly. So I was hesitant to recommend a product. However, I found a product that works with a laser printer. So this will work with any color laser printer or even a black and white laser printer, or you can use a white toner printer if you have one of those. Now, why is that better? Because toner-based printing is way more UV resistant than those other methods that I talked about. So these should last a long time, which made me want to do this video and show you this product. So I'm going to make a couple of different window decals, and I just have a piece of glass here as my example so I could show you in the video. And we are going to do this with Print and Cut and a Cricut machine. That way you can get super intricate shapes. And my example is a no soliciting sign, and I will have that for free in the description below this video if you want to head there and grab the free file. However, you can use this for anything that you have in mind. So if you've ever wanted to print something and stick it to your window, this is the product for you. Now, what is the benefit of a window cling? Window cling will stick to your window. It sticks, it's not going anywhere. But when you're done with it, it literally just comes right off. So it is a very great product for something if you just want to use it to decorate your window, or you don't want to scrape on vinyl to remove it from your window once you get tired of it. And this is a printable product, so if you want something that's multicolor or pictures or something like that, this is the product to make those things to put on a window. Now, I would recommend this for like the windows in your house. I don't think that it would last on like the outside of your car, and the inside of your car, generally it gets very, very hot, especially in the summer, and that this kind of product will just sort of peel right off. So I would not necessarily recommend it for car windows. However, like windows in your home and that type of thing, I would definitely recommend this product for that. So first, let's take a look at the window cling product itself, and then we're going to design this in Cricut Design Space, print it, and cut it. There are two different versions of this window cling. There is a clear version and a white version. Now, I am using the letter size of both of these, however, there are other sizes available. So when you get this window cling, there's going to be the window cling itself, and you can see that this one is clear. And then there is a white backing paper on both. You are going to print on the shiny side or on the window cling itself. The back is sort of like a paper backing. And that is for both of these. This is the white version. And as you can see, it is white. So we're gonna head to Cricut Design Space because I'm gonna use Print and Cut on my Cricut machine with this to get very clean cuts. Now you could cut this with scissors instead, but I'm gonna use my Cricut machine. So let's head to Cricut Design Space and print on these. Within Cricut Design Space, click Upload, Upload Image, Browse, then find the image on your computer. Once you've found the image, click Continue. You may have to remove the background depending on the image you're using. Mine has already been removed. I'm going to click Apply and Continue. And then you do want to upload it as a flat graphic because we will be doing Print and Cut, and click Continue. Then click Upload. Here you will want to resize to the size you want to print it out. Now do keep in mind that the printable sheets that we're going to be using are 8.5 by 11, so you do want to size this accordingly. Then you can go ahead and click Make. Then I'm actually going to try to put 2 of these on a sheet. So now that I have 2 on a sheet, I'm going to click Continue. I'm going to go ahead and click Send to Printer. Next. Then pick the printer. Now remember, this is made for laser printers, so I am going to pick my laser printer. I'm going to go ahead and leave bleed on so I get a really nice cut. And I'm going to click Use System Dialog and then Print. The settings that you choose will depend on your printer. However, it is recommended that you choose some type of heavy paper setting in order to print on this material. Then you can go ahead and click Print and send it to your printer. So here are those two pages printed out. This is the clear version and the white version. And now we are going to cut them with a Cricut machine. So you would just add the material to the Cricut mat. You do want to make sure that it is down very well. And you always want the triangle or arrow in the upper left-hand corner when cutting material that you print with your Cricut. Then you'll just add to your Cricut machine. And here I am using the Cricut Joy Extra, but any Cricut machine would cut this material. Go ahead and load your mat. And then for material, I actually used a printable vinyl holographic setting, and you can use the clear for the clear and the white for the white. Then just go ahead and cut the material with your Cricut machine. The Cricut will first read those registration marks to locate the cuts, and then it will cut around all of your window cling pieces. Once the cutting is complete, just unload your mat. And then I find it easiest to remove the material around the cut pieces before I remove the material from the mat. So just peel back all that excess material and discard it. Then flip your mat over and remove everything from the mat. Then these just peel off of that backing paper and you can add them to a window. All right, so here's my example. So this is the clear version and I just peeled it off here and added it to this. This is a piece of glass on my table here. Then I'm gonna do the same thing to the white version. I'm just gonna peel it from the backing paper and you can just peel it with your hands and then stick it right to your window. Now this is going to stick to the window, but once you're done with it, say like I don't want the sign on my window or anything anymore, the benefit of window cling is it peels right off. The other benefit is you can stick it back to the backing paper and you could use it again at a different time. So you can store this and then come back and use the window cling at a different time. So now let's talk about the two different types. So this is the white and this is the clear version. So you can see I can see the pink through that clear version, where the white version I can't see through the glass. So that would be the benefit of the white version. However, imagine this is your glass door. You would need to add this to the outside to be able to read it in the right direction. If you want to add this to the inside of your window, it's not going to stick as it currently is. So the printable side won't actually stick to your window. So if I wanted something like this on the inside of a window, what I would do is use the clear and actually mirror before cutting. So I would flip the design in Cricut Design Space so that it prints backwards. Then when I stick it to the back and it's this clear version, it would show through to the front. So that's one way to use this on the inside of a window. However, if you are looking for window cling either to read from the inside of your house or to put on the outside of your window, the method that I showed you here would work fine. So now you have a couple different options, right? You have the clear and the white option to consider, and it's just gonna kind of depend on your application which one is going to work right for you. I love the white because I feel like you can't see through it and it makes a much brighter and bolder statement. However, like I showed you, it would need to be like on the outside of your door if you wanted this on your door. Or, I mean, if you wanted it to be able to be read from the inside, a different type of sign, the white would work fine. The clear is going to be what I would recommend if you want that clear look, if you want to be able to kind of see through it, or if you wanted to put it on the inside, like I went over, and flip the design before printing. The clear would work for that application where you're going to put it inside. I want to read it from the outside. So it's just going to depend on the application and where you want to put this, which one of the products I would recommend. However, if you have been looking for a printable window cling, I would definitely recommend this product and using a laser printer. Now, I kind of went over at the beginning how other types of ink and printers, the ink is not as UV resistant. So you might on Amazon or something find a printable window cling that works with an inkjet printer. You're more than welcome to give those products a try. You can kind of use these same methods to print and cut them. I would just caution you that those are going to fade very fast once they are exposed to the sunlight. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at window cling products and printable window cling in particular. So now, if you have any questions about anything I've covered, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you like this video and it helped you, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. I have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.